This is real.
The long journey is over.
Did we just see what we think we just saw?
If that doesn't give you chills, you're never going to get them.
As good as it gets.
Stand by. It is time for day 4 of the 2026 PBA World Series of Bowling. We kick off 5 hours of live coverage with a 4th and final PBA50 championship round. Buckle up, bowling fans. By night's end, 2 more winners will be crowned here on CBS Sports Network. We are back at Lucky Strike Lakeville in Minnesota for one more great night of bowling. We continue the 17th World Series of Bowling with a PBA50 World Championship. 3 will compete tonight. The top seed, Major Mika Koivuniemi. He takes on the winner of Mike Machuga and Tom Daugherty for the title. Welcome back, everyone. 4th and final out here at CBS Sports Network at World Series of Bowling 17. So great to have with us Dave Ryan alongside the Hall of Famer Chris Barnes. You won this event, the World Championship, a couple years back, and our last opportunity to see the champions, the legends, the Hall of Famers on TV again.
I couldn't be more excited. The legends are back on this final day as bowling has taken over the CBS Sports Network, and we've saved the best for last. Of course, my good friend Mika Koivuniemi is leading another major, and we're going to have a major champion tonight, and who doesn't want to see Mika bowl Tom Daugherty one more time?
Did you say rematch? Is that what you brought up? Because let's go back. 2011 at the TOC in Vegas, match 2. Unfortunate history for Tom Daugherty. He threw a 100, the lowest score ever. It was the largest margin of victory ever on TV because Mika had a chance for a 300 game, but this messenger does not get to the 10-pin. A 299 for Major Mika. He did go on to win the tournament over Tom Smallwood to take the 2011 TOC. Tied to bowl tonight here in the Twin Cities. You see that rematch. Tom's going to beat Mike Machuga first. The top seed, Mika Koivuniemi. The legends back on TV. From just outside Tampa. Tom Daugherty gets us started. And started well.
Very well indeed. Yeah, Mike Machuga was actually the 2nd seed out of the 120 players that started this week. They bowled 51 games, 10 games on 3 different patterns, followed by cut to 40, 5 more games on this World Championship pattern, cut to 16, then a 16-man round robin with 30 bonus pins. Mika led the field by 500, but this man was 2nd. Freshly minted. Been a 50-year-old for 2 weeks.
Got that out of the way.
Touch shy there for Mike Machuga. Back on TV again. And leaves the 6-pin.
He was one of the best physical games 15 years ago and right back at it. This shot, however, wasn't his best. He said he got that out of the way. As we've seen a lot of his last couple of days, that first shot, a little tight, helping it a little bit from the top, goes left to target.
First time he's been on a single show. Get the 6-pin. He told since 2009. 2013 Elias Cup, last time on TV. It's been a minute. If any of the pros on today's show bowl a perfect game, everyone in America can receive a free game of bowling, courtesy of Go Bowling. To pre-register, visit GoBowling.com and sign up for the Go Bowling Free America promotion.
Yeah,
it's not easy to overcome that, CB. That's been a long time.
It has been a long time for him, but he's a collegiate coach now too, so his eyes are still sharp. He's still seeing a lot of bowling, and like I said, this game is about as good as it gets. Instantly one of the best games on the 50 tour as well. Fundamentally as sound as you could ask for.
Great shot there for Mike. 2-time PBA Tour titleist. 5-time runner-up. Regional titleist as well.
Watch, like we've seen time and again with the 50s. Perfect balance at the foul line. Great execution, and Mike does have a tremendous. He's got 2 things that are excellent. One is swing is exceptionally straight, and he's got a huge tool bag of versatility. Tom's arsenal there, Paragon, and he's going with Effect Tour. Wow.
That looked good. Tapping Tom right in the pocket. All 10 back for Daugherty.
Tampa Tom. He is like these World Series events over the years, and where he really had the majority of his success on tour was in that Tampa World Series of bowling, where he won, I believe it was 2 events, including the World Championship itself.
2025 PBA 50 Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, wasted no time winning a major, won the Masters last year.
Enough to get to the 7-pin, down they go.
Obviously one of the highest rev rates. He's on one of the highest rev rates on either tour, so on the 50 side, it's obviously the highest rev rate. Practice didn't go great for him. I wasn't sure what was going to happen here. Last 4 or 5 shots didn't go so well, but he has settled right in, started out with the front 3. Now Mike, after that first air, you see his arsenal spawn as his most hooking ball.
Legends of Erie, Pennsylvania bowling.
Fantastic shot there.
Right there in the 1-3 pocket. Keeping this interesting. All right, CB, let's check in with the PBA 50 World Championship. Oil pattern at 44 feet.
Stands out as those wings out there, and you want to just stay away from those. Most of the players start in practice around at 17. Tom is basically at this spot right now. Machuga is already left of that at the end of practice, which I'm not sure what that means for Mika coming on, as he's going to probably play closer to that initial line around 17, 18. You're going to get it just to the tracer, maybe slightly right of it if you have the right roll.
Get there. Get there.
Here's Mike. It got there. 10-pin late. Director of bowling at Mercyhurst. Coaching with Bob Learn Jr., another Erie legend.
Great view here as he crosses 21 at the arrows. Gets just outside the tracer down there at 40 to 43 feet. That tracer's 3 feet long. He's looking to be 8, 9 down lane. Great results. Puts the pressure back on Tom.
Oh boy, not on that one.
Didn't like it. And has the split to show for it. 4-10 split for TD. That's a tough one. 4-time titleist of the PBA Tour.
I do not like this one.
In his hometown, 2021 won the World Championship and the Scorpion.
Machuga is the higher seed, got to pick starting lane and elected to let Daugherty finish on this lane. And you just heard him say he does not like this lane. And it looked like it in practice.
Doesn't like that either. Try to convert the split, misses, loses count as well in this opening match.
Just watching the players, it looks like that lane's a little flatter in the middle, which means they have a little less hold. And it also makes the ball bleed off when you throw it to the right, so it doesn't make it back as much around the corner either. One shot ago, he was the favorite, now 4-1 underdog.
Drastically changes with the open frame. Much better on that lane. All 10 into the pit. Strikes in the 5th. Machuga looks for the 4-bagger now in a 26-pin lead. Takes on Mika Koivuniemi for the championship.
This man spent a lot of time around Norm Duke and Brian Voss back in the day and picking the brains of some of the best minds in bowling.
Machuga. Ooh, was a split 10-pin for him.
Followed him.
Yeah, just inside a target, just a touch. But also 2 of the highest rev rates, also breaking the lanes down. You see he's at 22-23 there. His last shot on the left lane was 21. I believe this right lane the last few days has hooked slightly more, so it's not surprising to see him being a little bit deeper, but not that deep.
God, that hurts.
Yeah, the 10-pin does have a thumb injury he's dealing with and taped it up, but we took a look at it pre-show. It's pretty gross.
Yeah, it's bad.
Split thumbnail there.
Yeah, a non-bowling injury, and so he's all patched up. Didn't bowl for 3 days in between, trying to let it heal up as much as possible. Was afraid to even throw shots yesterday. He didn't want to get it to where it was unusable today.
Gonna have to gut through it. Thumb in.
See him using the stealth mode there.
6th frame works on a spare. Nice shot. Perfect delivery. Mike tells me first got to the bowling center here in suburban Minneapolis. Took a walk on the set. The Butterflies were going again for him. Just seeing what it was like to be back on TV one more time. Underway in the World Championship.
The PBA World Series of Bowling on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Go Bowling. For friends and family fun, head to gobowling.com to find a center near you.
Legends, Hall of Famers, champions back on TV. Tom Daugherty, Tampa Tom down by 15 pins out of the TV break, but works on a strike. Chance to cut it to 5 against Mike Machuga. 4th and final PBA 50 champion to be crowned here tonight. World Series of Bowling 17. Back to Daugherty, looking for help across the deck. Doesn't get to the 10 pin.
Right there.
Yeah, when he's talking about the ball hooks, as soon as it's hitting the lane there, it's getting it down the lane, and by the time it's getting the arrows, it's starting to stand up on him. Won't push across. It's because those guys threw so many shots left of 20 in practice. There's not an exceptional amount of volume in the front of the lane, and so that was the struggle all the way through. It's not a small irony that the 3 guys that lofted it the most.
Triple digits, that's the good news. To Tom's credit, it gets asked about it a lot. We had at the top of the broadcast the 100 game in 2011 TOC. He laughs about it. He's embraced it. I mean, it is part of history, Chris. Runaway Brooklyn, 6 pin.
It is. It's the craziest game of all time.
You got to own it.
He hit the head pin on every first ball. He hit a pin on every second shot.
Stopped.
It's an impossible game to do on purpose, let alone. Those 2 shots are both just left to target. That, I think he might have got fooled a little bit. Didn't move enough on the right lane, but
Missed it.
And he missed that 6 pin. That's a disaster at this stage of the match. Machuga on the bench, gained 16 pins. Machuga calls for his first of 2 re-racks to think things through now. The driver's seat.
he knows how important the shot is.
Yeah, working on his strike. Director of bowling at Mercyhurst. Tulsa really likes working with collegiate athletes. They should have a very competitive team next year. For a 37-pin lead for Mike. Yes.
Wow. He got away with it, but he's feeling that same early friction that Daugherty's feeling. That one was able to shim up just enough, but he's 3 to 4 left of where Daugherty is with his feet, and a couple left with his eyes. That part of the lane there between 21 and 23 is breaking down super fast.
Okay.
Some laughing.
Someone was laughing, distracted him.
I had to laugh along.
Might have been the voices in his own head. You never know. Oh, mate, that's me.
Whatever it takes. Stat pack, breakdown there.
Refocus here.
Tom just crushing in this match. Go by 47. Split instead. Wow.
He liked this shot way better, and it did have more projection through the front.
3, 4,
These
7, 10,
guys,
Chris.
Yeah, they're peeling the oil off the lane, shot by shot right now. You could hear him say, oh, that's better. And right now, that ball has started to pick up, and it doesn't get to the right of the tracer. Picked up in front of it. He needed to get it to 8-9, around that 40 to 43 mark, and that was at 10-11. And that flips this whole thing around now.
Sure does. 3, 4, 6, 7.
3 here would be super important.
Even worse.
Match changer again. So
Indeed.
Tom with 2 opens, and just like that, it's 17 pins.
What a disaster.
Tom's max score 222. Machuga score 229 on a 209 pace. Here's a chance to really flip this around in these next 2 shots.
I have no
Frame
idea.
down 17.
Oh,
Big move.
And big break there with 7 pin down it goes.
that's what I was trying to do. I just didn't know if it was going to hook.
That's just a commitment of, hey, I got to get over there. I'm not going to go high one more time. Over moved a little bit. It got to a spot that he thought might be too far right. Was able to make up the ground on the back end.
Mika's next, awaiting the winner of this match. Top qualifier by a lot at the PBA50 World Championship. Daugherty.
Oh!
Across the deck, there goes the messenger, there goes the 10 pin.
14 pounds of fury right there. Wrist injury has forced him down from 15 to 14. You have to be incredibly strong to throw it one-handed with no thumb in it. And that was not a PBA 50 edition scout right there.
Pin action.
That's some pace. Now Machuga's got to make a pretty big move. It forces his hand to where he has his own destiny in his control, but he's going to have to strike the 9th, 10th, and 11th.
Probability adjust again. Machuga. Great shot when he needed it most. Perfection.
Guess he moved 1.5 to 2 there to get away from that early hook spot. That one pushed across the head pin and tipped. Now what's he going to do over here? See, slid about 35.5 right there. Across 23, right to the top of the tracer. I'm guessing here he moves about 3 and 2. 3 with his feet, 2 with his eyes. And he's got to trust it when he gets over there, it's going to hook.
2 strikes and 4 to shut out Tom. For the first in the 10th. Doesn't have it, or does he? Oh, the messenger just barely by a whisker misses the 10 pin. Not over yet.
Now this is a pretty good shot here, but watch the head pin as it comes around. He needed it to spin around the other way with the heavy part towards the back of the pin deck to have enough momentum to knock that one over.
Critical 10 pin. Now the fill ball in the 10th frame.
So 209 on a strike, which would force Tom to get strike 8 spare to win by 1.
Last shot. No break. So Machuga 208. And Daugherty steps up with an opportunity in the 10th.
See how critical this transition can be. Moving the extra 3 boards, got his angles just a little bit steeper, and then the ball all of a sudden was going through the pin so well at the beginning of the game. 2 flat 10s in a row.
Strike 9 for Tom. Plan being reset. Tom told us pre-show, Chris, that his original plan was to compete in the PBA World Series of Bowling and the World Championship. He made a last moment switch to the PBA50 level. Good call.
Yeah, for 3 days he wasn't so sure. He didn't make any of the final 6s as we played down from 120 down to 6, and then had matches for the show. But really found his rhythm. The front hooked a little too much. He started to loft it more, and that was the key to getting here today. Gotta have it.
Needs a strike, does have it. Tom Daugherty delivers to start the 10th.
Wow, what a great shot this was. Laney struggled on the entire game, overmoved last time. It got back from a pretty good spot. This one just hits the top of the tracer on the back end. Was it 10 at 43 feet? And that was 10 straight back.
Needs 9. Has it. 9 pins, and Tom Daugherty is going to get through Mike Machuga in our first match to take on Mika for the championship.
Really well bowled game by both of them.
Let's dance, baby. Let's dance, Mika. Come on.
210, 208. Great run for Mike Machuga. Awesome to see him back on TV again. Tom Daugherty against Mika. It's a rematch from 2011. This time, Tom Daugherty wants to get the best of Major Mika. It's coming up next. Welcome to the Go Bowling Halftime Show. Let's flash back our PBA 50 winners this week. First Saturday night, a Balor Championship. John Janowitz knocked off Jason Couch for his 10th career PBA 50 title. Then Couch got some redemption over Jack Jurek, 4th career PBA 50 tour title last night. Petraglia Championship, Tom has knocked off Ron Hurt for his 12th career PBA 50 tour title. Fun to watch the legends back on the lanes again, Chris.
It's been fantastic. We've had 3 of the best win the first 3, and we got a heavyweight matchup coming here with Major Mika and Tom Daugherty, the most powerful strike ball on the senior tour.
All right, so the rematch is set. It's Daugherty, it's Mika head-to-head, the Bowl TV highlight. Let's recap that last match, see how Tom got there.
Well, these guys got off to a different start, and then Daugherty coming in at the end with some great shots when it mattered most. Strike 9 was enough to close out the match and get his rematch and that chance at redemption.
Overcame the open frame of the 4th to face that guy, Major Mika Koivuniemi, for the PBA 50 World Championship title. It's coming up next here on CBS Sports Network. We crown a champion from the Twin Cities. It's on the way. Welcome back to the PBA World Series of Bowling 17 from just outside Minneapolis, Minnesota. We are getting set for the PBA 50 World Championship Finals. Here we go. It's Tom, it's Mika, head-to-head. Dave, Chris, our entire crew. Mika trying to get back in the winner's circle after TD had a 2-pin win.
I remember
over
now.
Mike Machuga.
Relax.
Even the veterans can feel the nerves of being back on TV and bowling for a title.
Daugherty gets us started nicely.
What a great start. That looked very on purpose. I think it's hard to underplay how dominant Mika was on this World Championship pattern. He didn't take the lead until the 3rd game of the Cashers round on this pattern, and then over the last 18 games he went from 2nd place to leading by 500.
Wow. 59 years old with some love. Mika back on TV. Looking for some help.
Wow.
9-pin somehow stands. Not sure how.
Well, he got the under from the last time these two bowled together. Yeah, that 9-pin tipped forward just in time to not get hit by the 4-pin coming across.
It's aloft. Takes care of it.
That time that was on purpose. Just a bit of nerves there. I do look for Mika to use this arsenal that he has here. And actually, of the balls he's using, it's not on this list. He's going with the 1, but the synthesis is used over there. The GB5 hybrid, he used a ton. But the guys are struggling with the front, and that's what broke down the fastest. The one thing Mika does better than anyone else, maybe on either tour, is use loft as his main tool to take away those problems.
Well, we saw that already. Same on the other lane. Nice result. Mika didn't get that 320-11 against Tom Doherty, but in 2003, Windsor Locks, Connecticut did have a 300 game. He beat Jason Couch on TV.
About 8 feet out on the lane, allows him to be further right on the lane than the other guys with a ball that's a little slower, and now he can control the lane without fighting all that early hook.
Back to Tom. Off target double
you did
wood
talk to him,
2-8.
right? Jesus.
Little distraction there for Tom.
Yeah, there's something, and evidently it's a recurring thing because he asked if they'd talked to him before. And
That's not going to hook enough.
2-8. No. Leaves it to open frame.
earlier where you saw
that's
those
a problem.
wings on that pattern, that's why you don't want to get outside there. It hits one of those wings and it pushes again. Once it hits that skid right there, you can see it lose traction again, couldn't get back.
Tempting this time coming off the openers. Last PBA Tour title was the Scorpion Championship, World Series of Bowling in Tampa. It was 5 years ago. Won the USBC Senior Masters last year on the PBA50 title. Tour.
One of the things that happens on TV that never happens anywhere else is you have unusual noises. Normally a bowling center is
rain
so
is
busy,
kicking my ass.
so loud, and there's so much that it's just white noise. But no matter who you are and how focused you are, a noise that is unusual, that's not, it will catch your attention and catches a part of your brain's attention. It's very hard to focus through it.
14 titles, 3 majors. Major Mika back on TV, ringing 10-pin good shot.
A one board move off the trip 4-9. That was in just a little bit. I mean, we're talking about minutia there, but pushed a little long, got just behind the head pin. 6 wraps around the 10. Kind of a bad break. Technically, it's just a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch light. But in this day and age of balls and the power they are, normally plenty good.
Weekday morning, 6 a.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Don't miss the epic duo. Former quarterback Boomer Esiason and Greg Giannotti discussing the hottest topics in sports. Boomer and Gio. Mika got that Major Mika nickname. First 2 PBA titles came in majors. 2000 ABC Masters, 2002 U.S. Open. Fourth frame up by 12. Great shot there.
Neither player really liking the right lane a whole lot right now. Mika struggling with carry. Tom's struggling just to really figure out how to get it to the pocket the way he wants. Again, about 7 to 8 feet, and that's what he does best. It's not that he just lofts it, but he lands it in a dinner plate sized distance. It's not up and back all over the place, and it's relatively flat.
That's hard to do. It's really impressive. Dougherty.
Exceptionally hard to do.
Spare.
Most guys will loft it up, and it goes up, and it lands down, and then it digs in as soon as it hits the lane. So whatever advantage you got by clearing the front, gets nullified by digging right through the oil and splashing it away basically, and digging right back into that surface and hooking as soon as it touches. Mika's able to get it to skid across as it lands, kind of planes out, creates length, and then he can use really strong bowling balls that control the lane well.
Fifth frame to cut it to 2. Daugherty needs it. Has it.
Quick double right there.
Despite the early open in the second frame. Down by 2 pins back to Mika.
Wasted no time, as you see, back perfect balance. And you have to be with no thumb in the ball and no other hand on it as well.
High score numbers for Mika, 270. First time on TV in 12 years. Go up by 12. My shot 6-10 stands. Look at the stats the pros are using. Download the Lane Talk app and see how your game stacks up against the best.
Got a little out in front of that one. By that I mean his head got a little bit out in front of his knee. Had his shoulders get forward, rolled over the top of it, didn't loft it as far, and a little more rotation as well. 2.
All loft all the time. 6-10 spare. Maintains the tight lead here, but Daugherty comes back up and take a lead himself.
Just got to regroup here, throw a really good shot on this left lane, which is his good lane, and make sure he carries some momentum into the break.
Mika tells he practices 5 times a week these days. It's tough on the knees, he said. Sometimes it just need a little time off at 59 years old. So probability stats. Major Mika back up there. Wow, crunches the 1-3 pocket. Smokes the rack, all 10 into the pit. Halfway home, championship match, the World Championship on the PBA 50 Tour. Daugherty, Koivuniemi, head-to-head one more time. We crown a champion next.
The PBA World Series of Bowling on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by AMF, the home of PBA, where the pros play. Head to amf.com to find a center near you.
Coming up next, CBS Sports Network brings you more strikes and spares. The PBA World Series of Bowling continues. The PBA Shark Championship match play first. In our last show starting 9 Eastern. Determine a champion, the semifinal single elimination match, and then race the 2. We had a thriller last night. Zach Wilkins winning his first ever singles title over Jesper Svensson. Here it's the World Championship, PBA 50 level. Out of the break, Daugherty for a lead. Got it.
Best shot of the game. This is just excellent. Perfect balance. This came off with such authority and rev rate. Every once in a while it comes off his hand a little quick, and his rev rate's high enough to cover it up, but this is projected on the lane. It's basically on a line to that 43 foot, and then has all of the energy as it goes through. The ball hits the 8 pin.
Win probability stats there, CB up for Tom Daugherty on 57.75, has called for a re-rack to think things through. Huge shot on the way for an 18-pin lead in the 7th.
Finally get the strike on the right lane. Now got to capitalize.
Watch this one. Got it. 60 feet to success for Tom. The lead at 18 pins now. And the pressure right back on Major Mika.
There's no part about that ball that looked like 14 pounds. Man.
0 for 3 for Mika on the right lane.
Tells all the story right there.
Cut it to 8. Missed the target. 4-7-10 split. Trouble.
Tom telling his fans over there that that lane sucks. That was 22, but that's a couple inside of what he's trying to get to. He was trying to get that one a little more up in the air to get it to go through him better, but it got left to target.
Loses count. Just 8, and that drastically shifts the match. In the 7th frame, suddenly it's 32 pins. Tom Daugherty's favor. Wow.
216 pace now. Daugherty on 228. And at least knows what he has to do on the right lane to throw a strike. Whether he can do it again.
Off his first open. That's better. Perfect on that lane. Frustrating on the right 0 for 4. So now Tom Daugherty. What an opportunity. Up 32 to his 8th frame. Looking here for the 5-bagger. 42-pin lead. Huge shot. Huge strike.
Wow.
It's 42.
Tom's guy used to take a lot more time, used to sit on the approach a long time, waste no time now. Full commitment once he gets up there. See that big high push away, then drops it in. Again, right at the top of the tracer. Hammer effect tour doing plenty of work down lane.
Step back, break it down for you.
Both players are perfect on this left lane. It's all been the right lane.
Troublesome.
Indeed.
Foundation frame to take firm command. Looking at a little help. Good pin action. Doesn't get to the 10-pin.
Watch the 6-pin, just dies in the gutter. That would be the flat 10 version. Daugherty is a guy who does use his thumb, obviously, for spares.
No mistake there. Stays clean in his 9th frame, 9 spare.
227 pace. Best Mika can do now is he can strike out and force Daugherty to mark in the 10th.
Starts here for Mika. There's one.
That's what he was trying to do there in the 7th. Finally getting his first strike of the match on the right lane.
1 for 5 on the right lane. That'll do it every time. The first ever foreign-born bowler to win the U.S. Open. They told us this week that's a major highlight. That and that TOC we talked about. $250,000 first place prize that year. Some big bucks. Starts the 10th. Help on the 6-pin, down it goes.
Spent an 8-year stint over in UAE coaching. Watch this one as the 2-pin goes to the wall. Boink. Back at the 6. Like it's his job.
From Finland, longtime resident of Michigan.
He's going to slow the pace of this 10th frame down just a touch. Take some time. Strike 9 from here. Double a 9 in the 10th. Forces Daugherty to mark.
Second of the 10th. Okay. Nice knock on the 10 pin.
And we're going to take a little more time.
Slight technical error.
Yep. We're just gonna let him sit there and think about it for just a little bit longer. See, we have a 25-second shot clock, so there's not a super long time, but he's going to maximize what's there. 9 is important here. Actually, 10's better.
Hall of Famer Mika, 10th. Okay, Timber on the 10 pin. Does strike out for a 216.
Yeah, I was wrong. 9 there, and he could have went 9 out and tied, so that forces the mark. He's angry with himself. They had 2 shots on that right lane. He wanted back. Here it comes. Been waiting a long time for this shot.
A mark for a win. Tom Daugherty's got it.
Oh.
It's a strike for the victory. Second PBA 50 major for Tampa, Tom Daugherty. He has done it. "15 years after the 100 game against Mika at the TOC. Little revenge here tonight in Minnesota."
Shot spares all day. All right, Mika, thank you.
All the way down.
Thanks for the help.
Quite a way to finish. 227, 216. It's our final here. World Championship PBA 50. Time to raise the trophy, Tom Daugherty.
Can we stop talking about the 100 game, please? Thank you, Hammer. Thanks to my ball reps all week. Lightning Strikes back home, turbo grips, and Zelo gear. Thank you guys for everything. We got it. Maybe we can stop talking about Mika.
It's all about you now, TD. A mark in the 10th and got the strike to clinch the win. And Tom Daugherty can celebrate in the Twin Cities tonight. Joined now by Chris Barnes.
I'm here with Tom Daugherty. He just asked me a question I don't actually know the answer to. If he's the first one to win the World Championship on both the 50 and the regular tour.
We're going to go with yes.
We're going with yes.
I know you haven't done it, so we're going to go with yes.
There we go.
You're the only one that can do it.
So 2 titles out here, 2 majors. And what a better way to finish. You got to stand up there. You had to throw a really good one to win. What was going through your head?
Yeah, I mean, that lane was tricky. I mean, any little mistake, the ball was going through the face. I didn't bowl very good the first half of the game, but fortunately, Mika didn't figure out that lane until probably the 9th frame. So he kept me in the match, and I took advantage of it.
Yeah, so what changes did you have to go through from those 2 games? Because it looked like the lanes changed a bunch in that match with Machuga.
Yeah, it did. It was changing almost every frame, and just moving a couple wasn't working during the Machuga match, so I tried to, in the 8th frame or something, I kind of changed my tilt, my axis rotation or whatever to get it down the lane, to get it through that spot, and it seemed to work. And then my man over here told me to move in the 7th frame that game. So I said, all right, what the hell, we're going to move. Let's see what happens.
I don't want to steal your thunder, but I have won both.
Well, yeah, but Mika hasn't.
There you go. There you go. And it was a little bit, he did have the under. You were happy that he didn't strike on the very first shot, so he wasn't going to shoot 300 at you this time. And then you got off with an early mark. So, I mean, yeah, everything was going your way early.
I knew that I had to get above 100, and it happened in the 5th frame. So in case anyone's keeping track back home, I did twice as good.
All right. Congratulations. Your 2026 World Champion, Tom Daugherty.
Thank you.
Chris, thank you. Tom Daugherty's got that trophy. Winner for Mike Machuga, winner for Major Mika Koivuniemi as well. And Tom's won the World Championship
There you go,
and
buddy. Take pictures
the
with that one.
PBA50 World Championship. More coming up for the Twin Cities. Hang on to that, young man. Careful, it's fragile. Back in a moment.